Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood.
Whatever gets you through the night, it's all right, it's all right.
And now, a guy who loves to watch true crime, but only if it's shoplifting, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome to Nite Lite, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday, everybody. We are coming to you from beautiful Green Bay. It is another gorgeous day. Is this Wisconsin? I don't even know. Is this the Midwest? What is happening? Is the world ending? That's a question for you, Conrad.
I don't think so.
All right, good. Let's take the good weather.
Yeah. I can take it anywhere you know. I hope it's better tomorrow so I can go golfing maybe one last time.
I hope this doesn't mean it's going to be a horrible winter, like we'll be punished for having a great fall by 18,000 inches of snow or bitter cold. But for anyway, right now, let's just enjoy it, folks. It's great to have you here, and I hope you had a wonderful Friday, a big weekend, a fun weekend, great movies opening. There is nothing not to be thrilled about. We have great movies opening in our theaters. There is a Cubs-Brewers game tomorrow night, some Game 5 baseball. The Badgers take on the Iowa Hawkeyes. You've got NFL football. So much exciting stuff, and it should be a gorgeous weekend. If you're not into sports or movies or anything, take a walk. Enjoy the fall colors. Just an amazing weekend on hand. No reason not to enjoy it. And let us help you ease into it. We got a really fun show tonight. I'm excited to welcome a couple guys, actually three guys, but one's here all the time anyway. His name is Conrad Krieger, and we will welcome two of his cohorts in a new sports show here at Civic Media called Make the Call. Greg Gunderson and Parker Olson will join me at 6:35, and the two of them and Conrad will tell me all and you all about this really cool new sports show. It's a sports roundtable. And it's going to cover all kinds of sports happening here in Wisconsin, from pros down to high school. We'll get into that and have a fun discussion and tell you more about it so that you can listen. When does it hit the air, Con?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the first episode.
Yes, 7 a.m.
Look at that. Great timing.
You can check it out on the Civic Media app. We also have a podcast being posted on the website as well, if you want to check it out later in the hours.
On the Civic Media website?
Yes.
All right, very good. Well, that's good to know. So those guys will be here at 6:30. We'll have a great talk about this new show. Jimmy Kuska's involved. Mike Clemens might appear from time to time. You've got top to bottom talent, and it's going to be a blast. At 7:05, there's a really cool event happening at a really cool venue in Madison. The Bounty is a vintage clothing shop, and they're doing a really cool event for a new series they're hoping to get on the air that the Overture Center is involved with, and it involves classical music. I'll tell you all about it at 7:05, a really fun event tomorrow night in Madison if you're around. And then it is a bar band Friday night. Terry Barr will be here with great tunes like she always brings and really fun conversation. We love our Friday nights with Terry here at Nite Lite. So with that in mind, let's get boy, it's weird when people walk up to the window, and one guy left and he came back and he pulled something out, and it was a camera. But I'm like, do I hit the deck here or what? Like, you don't know what the crazies are going to do, right?
I think they're going to steal your likeness.
Did you see that? They could steal that. Just don't kill me. That guy that just walked by, he had the triumvirate. I love it. He had the Packers hat, sweatshirt, and sweatpants on.
Oh, that's great.
Anytime a grown man, wears all three things of his team like that, and not just Packer, whatever team, I don't know, man. You're okay with that, though?
You know, my favorite thing is when you go to a game, it doesn't matter what team it is, and they're just dressed in full pads.
Pads?
Yeah, they got the shoulder pads.
Oh, come on. Who does? People do that?
You haven't seen that?
I mean, the last time I was at a pro football game was probably 10 years ago.
I mean, they show it on TV. It's like, guys.
Oh, wow. Oh,
there was a guy this year that dressed in full pads. He had the knee pads, thigh pads, shoulder pads, and helmet.
That's really strange.
You know, when I was younger and I played football, I used to put a LaDainian Tomlinson jersey on over my shoulder pads.
Okay.
And just start
plowing over people.
Not people, things in my yard with the football.
Conrad, this is a grocery store. Relax. That's funny. We've got, while we're on the topic of sports, let's get into the Cubs Brewers right away because I know you're frustrated, but
Very frustrated.
if you're a network right now, or like, it's a series, and
Yeah.
I know Brewer fans are very nervous. I still think you have the edge going into a game 5. Your pitchers are probably fresher than the Cubs, I'm guessing.
Well, we went through a decent amount of pitchers.
Yeah, but you got,
Last
what's his
night,
name? Lederhosen or whatever. Wisniewski. What's his name?
Mizorowski.
Mizorowski, that's it.
Did you say Ladle-Loosen?
I don't know what his name was, but he throws heat,
Yeah, he does. He can get up to 105.
and he's fresh. He didn't pitch last night, did he?
No. He pitched game 2, and now he's. No,
So how many innings can you get out of him tomorrow?
I'm hoping at least like 6 tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
I'm hoping
Okay.
it's not like a bullpen game where they just keep putting in new pitchers every
Because I
inning.
think that's what the Cubs are going to have to do. They're going to have to like do an inning or 2 at a time, and maybe that will be effective. But
the biggest thing I didn't like last night was that lineup that the Brewers had was very questionable. I didn't like Bryce Terang batting at the cleanup spot. That wasn't my favorite. Christian Yelich leading off wasn't my favorite either.
haven't they been doing that? He let off.
Jackson Churio was the leadoff for when we had for game 1 and game 2 when we at hot bats. Jackson Churio led off.
Okay.
And Will Contreras was batting in the cleanup spot, and it's just Jory Ortiz. I love your glove. You can, you're a gold glove contender, but I don't like the bat.
Well, it's funny because I didn't even think it was going to be a series. I thought, and the way the Cubs are playing, I was like, I just hope they get a game. And then they got the game, and we were saying last night, I thought the Brewers were going to come out hungry, not wanting a game 5. That's the weird thing about the series. Like, the Cubs look completely outclassed in the first 2 games. Then last night, the Brewers couldn't even score a run, and now we're at game 5. And it's like, as a sports fan, I love it, and I'm sure we all have our teams we want to win. But it's a series, and it's a fun rivalry. And somebody pointed out last night, it only started, and I forget about this sometimes, in like 1998 or something. The Brewers were still in the American League before that.
Yeah. You know what was really cool, though? The Yankees lost.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Here, that leads me to my next. My buddy Mike Schmidt posted this, and I'm not picking on Mike, but like, I can't stand when people post vague social media comments. Like, he's like, I am so sad tonight. I can't believe this happened. All my Saturdays are free now, or something like that. Oh my God, what happened? And I'm looking at the comments. People are saying so sorry. Like, they knew what he meant. He's a big Phillies fan. And that was a horrible. I could not. Did you see the end of that game?
I think that pitcher had a little anxiety attack at the end.
Something.
Yeah, he just chucked it away.
That's like little league stuff. There were 2 outs, right?
He could have threw that underhand and made a better throw.
He could have done that, but if there's 2 outs, he had plenty of time to throw to first. And that's little league stuff. Where am I going with it if it's hit to me? And he just blanked.
Yeah, I think he just was in that moment had a little anxiety attack. And
I would have acted a lot cooler.
I have a friend that's a Phillies fan, and he, wasn't happy.
If you're a Phillies fan, that's like the worst.
That's a tough way to end the season.
It is, and it's like, and for Mike, I feel bad, but like, it took me 20 minutes because he's a friend. I wanted to try to find out what was going on, and then I saw the Phillies highlights. I'm like, he's talking about a damn sporting event, and I thought he had a death in the family or something. But that's how people get on social media. They do that on Twitter too. Well, this isn't good. Like, what? What are you talking about? Like, nobody just knows what you're talking about.
You know what I did tweet last night?
What?
I wish I wasn't born in Wisconsin.
What does that mean?
I was so sad that we lost.
Wait a minute. The Brewers lose a game that's not even a series defining, the end of a series, and you wish you weren't born here? That's a little bit of an
I've had too much
overreaction.
heartbreak in the state with sports.
Oh, get out. Listen, dude. Okay. And I'm coming to you like this. Like, this state, Wisconsin, has had pretty good I think Milwaukee is one of the smallest markets in basketball and baseball, right?
Yeah.
All right. They just won an NBA championship. Like, that's pretty sweet.
I was kidding, but,
I know,
it's
but
still,
But
Well, the Brewers is tough because they never won something.
that I get. But, like, the Packers have 2 championships in the last, 30 years. Maybe they should have had more, you could argue, but still 2 Super Bowls. So you got to see that in the smallest market in the NFL. Then you got to see a Bucks champ. I mean, I don't think you're devoid.
I could say I wish Milwaukee was in Illinois.
What would that do?
that I would cheer for.
Oh, I wish Milwaukee was. Then you cheer for the other Illinois team. Oh, I had a. Listen. I'm just happy to be here. I don't know if you guys are like this. When I sneeze, it is literally from the innards of my soul,
Yeah.
and I can't. I want everybody closes their eyes when they sneeze, but I inherited this from my dad. It's just a huge sneeze. It's like a full body experience. And today on the freeway or on the highway, I double sneezed. My eyes were closed for like 2 minutes. It was terrifying. It was horrible. And
You got to try to open them.
yeah, then you break your corpuscles or whatever they are. But can you imagine hitting another car? And
Sorry, I was sneezing.
yeah, what's your story, son? You had too much drink? No, officer, I had a really big sneeze. I guarantee no one's ever said that.
I think you get a certain age and you just get that big sneeze at some point.
Yeah, I guess so. Or maybe,
'Cause
yeah,
my
maybe.
dad sneezes pretty loud too.
Does he?
Yeah. I hope I never have to sneeze that loud.
Dude, you're gonna have to.
I kind of do a little quiet one.
Chew.
Not like that.
I bench 275, but this is how I sneeze. Chew. All right, it's time for the Nite Lite question of the night.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
Question.
Pregunta.
Question.
Okay, I have a question. Questions?
This question.
Domanda. Question.
Question.
Questions.
Well, this is exciting, folks. It's National Angel Food Cake Day, and it's also National Cake Decorating Day. So our question tonight is, what is your favorite kind of cake? Frosting too, please. Please include frosting. 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. You can text us on the app or drop us a stream comment if you're watching the radio on YouTube, Facebook, or X. It's a fun question leading into the weekend where everybody has their cheat day. You can think about a nice big piece of moist cake. And I'm going to go first, and I'm going to say chocolate devil's food cake with cream cheese frosting. I could eat an entire cake myself like that, and believe me, I've tried. What about you?
You know, I don't know what. I haven't had cake in a while, at least this type of cake.
Yeah.
I can't remember if there's frosting on it or not, but ice cream cake.
Yeah, ice cream cake's outstanding.
That's like, I believe my brother doesn't like regular cake. That's why we had ice cream cake when we were younger, when we had birthdays.
I don't think I've ever heard of that before. Someone who doesn't like cake, especially a kid.
I can't remember if I think it was him, but that was like my childhood, so I don't. But
Give me his
ice
number.
cream
I'll
cake,
talk to him.
ice cream cake, like all birthdays that I've had, and Dairy Queen makes some good ones.
Oh, Dairy Queen. And then there's that brand Caravel or something. Those are really good too. And there's a grocery store in Marinette Jack's. They have just individual pieces of cake. And I think it's Carnival. I think it's a company from New York. They make this like rainbow cake with like,
Ooh,
it's so good. And then you got like actual sugar in the frosting. So it's kind of crunchy. Really good stuff. But let us know what your favorite cake is tonight, folks. That's our question of the night. And please include frosting, cake and frosting. The assignment is two-pronged. Let me know. 855-752-4842. We are coming back to read your texts, and I am going to tell you something. Oh, let's talk about the tush push. Interesting development since we're doing a sports thing tonight. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
We are the National Park Foundation, and together with you, we're creating a future where every person, every generation, gets their chance at an unforgettable moment. Learn more.
You ask me if there'll come a time when I grow tired of you.
Welcome back. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba, a Friday night version. You're almost there, folks. Actually, you're probably there. We're almost there. We've got a little ways to go here before the weekend, but a big one on tap. As I mentioned before, there's all kinds of sporting events. There's great movies opening this weekend. Roof Man with Channing Tatum and Kirsten Dunst looks really cool, based on a true story about a guy who robs McDonald's stores by drilling in through the roof. A veteran who has this skill, I guess, and it's based on a true story. It's getting great reviews, and it sounds really cool. And then last night's popcorn pick of the week was from Matt Miller, who's a Milwaukee film critic, and we had a lot of fun talking to Matt, and he recommended the movie Good Boy, which is a PG-13 rated thriller about a dog, and the dog is like a hero, and it's all told from the point of view of the dog, and that's getting excellent reviews. So good movies, lots of cool sports events, and a gorgeous weather weekend. So maybe our question, Conrad, should have been, what are your plans this weekend? Because frankly, you're spoiled for choice. But we went in a different direction. We decided to celebrate cake. It's National, is it Angel Food Cake? What is it? It's something cake. And it's also national. There's two, this is an equinox when these two holidays or these two national days fall on the same day. It's National Cake Decorating Day and National Angel Food Cake Day, I believe. Sorry.
You know what you can do to celebrate National Decorating Cake Day?
Please. What?
You can watch the new Netflix show, Is It Cake Halloween Edition?
Oh, man, I'm so not watching that.
Come on, you can gather the family, watch that around.
If I gathered my family to watch something like that, they'd be like, is that okay? Because they know I wouldn't watch something like that. Do you like those cooking shows?
No,
Yeah.
not at all. You know, I did like the Gordon Ramsay ones where it was Hotel Hell is what it was called.
Oh, yeah.
And you try to fix hotels that also have restaurants.
Right.
And it'd just always be hilarious, even though it was probably, planned or whatever. When
Right.
they have a blow up or something.
Well, our question tonight is, what is your favorite kind of cake? And please include a frosting choice. And it wasn't Angel Food Cake. I forgot. I temporarily forgot. But it's National Angel Food Cake and Cake Decorating Day. Big Cake Day. I wanted to touch on this, though, because, and correct me if I'm wrong, I just glanced at the headline, but did the Eagles try 4 tush pushes in a row
Yes.
and they came up broke?
Yep.
Wow. That is all the more reason that I'm glad they didn't outlaw that.
No, actually, they didn't come up broke. They did get a touchdown, but they tried it 4 times in a row and finally got it.
So it can be stopped. I mean, if you... I never understood that. Let's stop the tush push. Like, defend it.
It's funny that, Packers were among the teams that wanted to ban it.
Oh, that's right.
And now a lot of people want to. Like, it's a headline of, should it have been banned at the beginning of the year? And people were, like, making fun of the Packers for asking that to be banned.
But what's the difference between a quarterback sneak and the tush push, except guys are behind him? I mean, when a running back is about to be stopped, the guys come up. I mean, you got to outlaw all that. It just opens up a can of worms.
The one thing I'll say is, it can be done, but it has to be done, like, right. It's the one thing that they're talking about now is how every single time you watch the Eagles do it, there's someone false starting and the refs don't call it. Every
All right.
time.
So call it.
That is the biggest thing about it right now that they're talking about.
I guess. I mean, either call it or defend it, get your pad level low, whatever all those cliches are. I mean, that's the whole game is trying to run the ball down the other team's throat.
Yeah.
You can't take away a play that is the epitome of that. I don't understand that.
So it's so, fast and everyone's lined up against each other super,
Amped
together.
up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why it's hard for the refs to see who's going to false start on it. But then they replay and it's a
Replay
false
it.
start. And
Yeah.
then, but
Exactly.
I honestly think it will be banned next year after this year, after how many false starts they've missed on it.
What's the next? Try not to be so aggressive out there, guys. And I'm not one of those guys. I'm not like, I just think it's a little snowflakey. That's the game.
No, I just don't agree with the false starts that are happening.
Of course.
The play is fine to me because it works
Right.
every time.
And kudos to the person who designed. I mean, that's your whole, as an offensive coordinator, that's your whole job is to find a cool play, you know? Here's the other thing I thought was funny from the world of sports. I guess LeBron James said he's got a big announcement. Did you see this?
I know what you're going to say. Yeah.
People are like, oh, is he retiring? Is he moving teams? Well, he just announced a new line of whiskey or bourbon.
Hennessy.
Yeah. And some guy got really ticked off. Some fan bought tickets because he thought it was going to be LeBron's last season. He anticipated and spent all this money, and that wasn't it. Well, again, that's not LeBron's fault. Like, that's all people do is hype themselves up in the media or try to get publicity and stuff like that. And this guy's mad because he went out and tried to read LeBron's mind.
He spent $853 on tickets because obviously the Lakers didn't even know, so they brought up the prices for the final game of the year. And now, did you see what he's doing?
Suing, right?
He's suing LeBron.
I hope it goes to court.
It's so funny.
I hope LeBron has to take the stand. Our question of the night, folks, is what is your favorite kind of cake? Frosting, too, please. I said chocolate devil's food cake with the cream cheese frosting, my all-time favorite. You can even sprinkle some red and green sugar on there, too, and give it a little crunch like my mom used to do at Christmas. Conrad says ice cream cake, also dynamite. Janet on social media says white cake with white buttercream frosting.
That sounds good.
That does sound good. I do, as I get older, I do kind of like white cake. I always preferred chocolate, but getting an affinity for white cake. George on social media says, what would happen if you mix angel food cake and devil's food cake mixed together? You'd have a human being with two sides, a very conflicted individual like me, George.
What shoulder are you picking?
Yeah. Eat the cake. Shut up. Mike Desatel on social media says, my favorite cake is a pancake. My favorite topping is with fresh strawberries.
Yeah,
Very well done,
that's
Mike.
good.
That's awesome, too. Well, let us know what your favorite kind of cake is, folks, and frosting. When we come back, we're going to talk about the new Civic Media Sports Show, Make the Call, with three contributors, one of whom is sitting across the glass from me. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
I really want to see you. I really want to see you. I really want to see you, Lord.
From Denmark to De Pere, this is 97.9 WGBW.
From the 97.9 WGBW newsroom, I'm Connie Fellman with this local news update. A new park in Ashwaubenon honors a lifelong Brown County resident and his decades of community service. Local officials held a ribbon-cutting ceremony this week to celebrate the grand opening of the Jerome Van Sistine Park, just off Oneida Street near Sammy's Pizza. After 25 years as a construction foreman, Van Sistine's family members say it was his involvement in a local zoning issue that kick-started a long political career. Van Sistine served as Ashwaubenon Town Supervisor, then Brown County Supervisor, before representing the 30th District in the State Senate for 16 years, then returning to Ashwaubenon as a trustee. Jerry Van Sistine died in 2015 after a battle with Alzheimer's disease. He was 88 years old. Well, around here, we all know why Northeast Wisconsin's pretty cool. But now we're getting props from the rest of the state, too. 4 of 8 finalists in the Coolest Thing Made in Wisconsin contest are companies from right here in our area. They are, in no particular order, Carbliss, 0-carb, no-sugar canned cocktail produced in Plymouth. Sargento, natural American sliced cheese produced in Plymouth as well. Cruisers Yachts, 38 VTR line of powerboats produced in Oconto. And 1,000 Island Airboats, Search and Rescue 1,000 Island Airboat produced in Marion. Put on by Wisconsin Manufacturers and Commerce, officials say the annual contest is a fun way to shine a spotlight on our state's $73 billion manufacturing industry. The contest started last month with nearly 150 nominees that were then whittled down to the top 8, half of those being right here in Northeast Wisconsin. The winner will be announced October 23rd. With news at the top and bottom of the hour, all day and on demand anytime at WGBW.FM, I'm Connie Fellman, 97.9 WGBW News.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. One battle after another seems to be the movie with the most early Oscar buzz. According to Variety, the critics' darling and really fun movie start to finish is on track to potentially receive as many as 14 Academy Award nods. If it happens, it would tie the record for the most all-time, held by Titanic, All About Eve, and La La Land. 6 of those nominations could come in the acting category. 5 of the potential acting nominees are well-seasoned, if not previous winners. But the big story is breakout star of the film, Chase Infinity, who could draw a Best Actress nod. Her 2 female co-stars, Regina Hall and Tiana Taylor, are favorites to draw nominations in the Best Supporting Actress category. Leonardo DiCaprio is expected to be nominated for Best Actor, with co-stars Sean Penn and Benicio del Toro possibly receiving Best Supporting Actor nominations. That would give the film 6 nominations for acting, which is unprecedented. If you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend it. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nite Lite with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly clear tonight, a low in the low 40s. Sunshine and beautiful for your Saturday, high in the mid-60s. Clouds move in Sunday, chance for showers late, and the wind picks up. Highs in the upper 60s, a few spots near 70. Currently at 64 degrees.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app.
Small businesses are the heart of America. As the nation's largest nonprofit resource of expert business mentoring, SCORE has helped millions of entrepreneurs build their businesses for free. Find a mentor today at score.org.
Rational Revolution with Mark Becker.
Frequent guest and former Republican operative.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rich Locascio. You're listening to Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba. I would like to introduce to you the Pine Tree Mauler from Marinette, Wisconsin. He is Pete Schwaba!
Did you do that because that was like kind of borderline sports related? Welcome back to Nite Lite, folks. I am Pete Schwaba, and that was the lovely and talented Rich Locascio with the tag there. So this is exciting, folks. It's a bar band Friday night. Terry Barr is coming up at 7:35 with new music and outstanding conversation as always. And we've got a really cool thing happening in Madison this weekend we're going to talk about at 7:05. But right now, I'm excited to welcome 2 of my next 2 guests. They are headed your way. There's a new sports show, and it's called Make the Call, and Conrad Krieger is involved, right?
That's correct.
It's pretty exciting. And the show is being brought to you by Civic Media, of course. And joining me now to discuss are 2 of its main contributors, in addition to several other contributors, right? We got Mike Clemens, Jimmy Kuska.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. I'm like the only person not involved in this show. I guess I shouldn't be offended or anything, but it's my pleasure to welcome Greg Anderson and Parker Olson, 2 fellow Civic Media colleagues. Welcome, guys.
Thank you, Pete.
Thank you for having us, Pete.
Oh, my pleasure. So, okay, so before we jump into the show, and it sounds really cool, but tell me a little bit about yourselves individually first, like a little background, if you would.
Parker, do you want to go first? Because we should get the impressive resume out there at the front.
Okay, you gotta stop building me up like that, man. Jeez. So yeah, a little bit of sports background on me. I'm straight out of college. I just graduated from UW Whitewater in May. And over there, I was doing a bunch of sports coverage. was writing for the Royal Purple, is the student newspaper there. Then I was using social media a bunch, and for how much I use social media to cover like the big whitewater sports, that actually got me a little bit of attention, and people started to realize like, oh, that guy can actually kind of talk sports. Cool. Okay. And I'm like, oh, really? Cool. All right. That's fun. Nice. They doing that earned me the nickname Whitewater Woj. If you're familiar with Adrian Wojnarowski, I became known as Whitewater Woj.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, I was doing a bunch of that.
He's on one of the podcasts, sports podcasts. I think he's Adrian Wojnarowski, right?
Yeah.
He covers the Bulls. I think he covered the Bulls for Yahoo or something, and they would say he came on the air and dropped Woj bombs.
Oh yeah, yep.
Kind of a little bit of a stretch, but it cracked me up. So, well, that's cool. What about you?
Got big news.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Gray?
Well, I'm afraid I don't have a surname like Wojnarowski to build off of, nor a resume like Parker's. But frankly, my best contribution and resume note as a member of the Make the Call team is as a fan. So I actually, within Civic Media, I'm primarily I talk between songs. I show up on 3 of our different music stations and just give a little local personality between the songs of varying types. I do 2 country stations and 1 adult hits, 80s, 90s, and now type thing. And I basically was given the reins on 13 hours a day of radio, and they said, hey, talk about what you want. Right. Keep it local. And I thought, okay, this is, it might be too much. It might be too little. We'll see when I start writing things down. And what do you know? I had plenty to say, and it was mostly about football. So finally, a couple of weeks ago, I got an email after spending months over the course of 2 years on these programs, just 1 hour a day, Packers update, little bit of NFL, from the perspective of the ignorant fan who seeks to learn specifically. I lead with the fact that I don't know, but here's what I just learned, and I think you'll think it's cool. And even if you don't care about football, you'll probably like this. And that turned into an email from our sports director saying, hey, we're actually going to have you do this on purpose now. And I got to meet Conrad and Parker.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right, Con, since you're part of this operation too, a little background, please, if you would, regarding, I mean, we know you on this show, but like you're a huge sports fan and you have a sports background. You played sport, right?
I played sports, yes.
Okay.
I mean, it goes back to when I was young. I watched sports all the time as a little kid, watching it with my father and my mom. But in college, I primarily I went to school for journalism, and with that, I just went full sports on every single thing I wrote, every single video I made, everything like that. Did stuff for Milwaukee baseball, the UWM team, the Panthers.
Yeah.
Go Panthers.
Nice.
So I'm a huge sports fan, and I love to write about it, love to talk about it. So
that's excellent. You guys, this is such a great idea, and we'll get into the show now. But I remember like when I would be a guest on shows and I would go in and these guys would like have their favorite team sweatshirt on and a baseball hat. And then they talked about sports and that was their job. I'm like, this is like the coolest thing ever. So tell us about the show, Make the Call. I love the title. What will the format be like?
Roundtable. In a one-word answer, roundtable is the idea, and that's part of why Jimmy Kusko was so comfortable. Well, he did want to be here. Certainly, he was comfortable missing because he said that this is not his show, and I'm kind of glad that he's not here because Jimmy, we get to say this without you here. We know it's yours for now, at least. We like he's leading the charge. Jimmy leads the team, and I think the 3 of us are probably glad for that because he's got an idea that is bringing sports to the Civic Media Network. But roundtable, simple, weigh in if you feel like it. We basically spend 5 minutes before the show goes live. Here's the things we're talking about. Put your initials under each one so we know who's going to probably talk, and that's about it. A little bit of guidance that we provide ourselves and carte blanche from there.
So what can we expect on a weekly basis? Like you guys open up, it's roundtable. I get that, but will it primarily be seasonal? Like right now it's Packers, Brewers, obviously. Will you hit on other sports? Will you cover just the big ones?
Oh yeah, we definitely want to evolve as the season evolves. We got to be covering that hockey stuff eventually, which means I'm going to have to learn hockey way more than I know already, which might be a little tough, but you know what? Big sports guy, so we're happy to learn.
You can fake it. Come on, man.
The only real we're going to be picking up those bucks too.
Sorry about that, Parker. The only real consistency in the content, though, is the state of Wisconsin, and from every scale, Packers, Brewers, Bucks, but also down to 8-man football teams in your local market in certain circumstances. Jimmy has brought on a couple different people for interviews who have, like a gentleman who has just been recently quite involved in the new playoff football matrix system for Wisconsin high school sports. So, of course, Jimmy is a high school sports coach himself, a head coach, matter of fact. And so he's directly involved in that. But those are the sorts of people Jimmy wants to be talking to and exposing more people to, because he feels, and we all feel, that deserves attention. How did this come to be is something I find fascinating, and we think fans will too.
I love it. And it goes along with civic media, with the community, you know, whether it's the state of Wisconsin or smaller communities down to high school sports. Have you ruled out Pop Warner? Would you cover some Pop Warner football?
I guess we haven't talked about it. We're going to need to talk about something.
Come on, those kids are leaving it out on the field, man.
I would. I mean, how long until it's replaced with flag football? That's careful. This is going to turn into an episode of Make the Call here. Whoa.
So will you guys just have, will it be the same people every week, or will you have guests? Or I assume you'll have rotating hosts because you guys are all busy, but like, will you have, like, let's say a Packer on or a Badger or someone like that?
I would love to have that. I don't know if we're going to be there right now, but I would love to have some Packers on.
Go for like the third string guys. Get the fourth string running back, man. He needs some Twitter followers, right?
Or those retired guys who played for 3 other teams as well, but live in Wisconsin. When they're like, there's definitely, I know the niche. I've got, you're exposing to me that I haven't thought about these things that I already have access to.
So how many of you guys, Con, will be on at any given time? Like every week, will there be 4, 3, 5, or is it whoever's available?
Well, yeah, we kind of, depending on our schedule, but we can see other civic media people that like sports as well. Maybe we invite them to join the roundtable.
Sure.
They don't have to have extreme knowledge of sports, but maybe just a passion for it.
Okay. You guys have my email,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, I mean, we could see Pete on Make the Call.
Please, certainly. We'd love to hear your sports connection.
My guests are all contributors to the new show here at Civic Media, Make the Call, a sports show, a roundtable discussion show about sports. It's going to be great. Conrad is part of it. Greg Gunderson is here, as is Parker Olson. So how long will the show be, and how often will it air? When can we find it, you guys?
We've got an hour-long show every Saturday morning. It'll be right at 7 o'clock. With that first segment of the show, we'd go through the top 7 stories that we've got in Wisconsin sports. So we do our top 7 at 7, which is how we kick things off. And I think that's a really fun way to do it. Jimmy is the creative mind behind this. I think we need to give more credit to Jimmy. He's got a really awesome lineup for us. And I think it's going to be a ton of fun every day, every Saturday at 7 o'clock. So morning, though.
7 a.m. Yeah.
7 a.m.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. Take my email off that list. So kidding, obviously. So how do you guys, I mean, it's so great that there are so many sports shows, but if you're starting your own sports show, that's got to be a challenge. How do you differentiate it from all the other sports shows that are on?
It's easy to say you do something different, but without actually having something concrete that is different, I can't necessarily point to something. I know that I do definitely have to have a certain amount of guidance from the things I don't like. Honestly, I don't like to define what I'm doing by what I dislike, but when I watch so many manufactured arguments on sports shows, like, okay, I know you got to write about something in the off season, but there's material there. I get that the effort might be extreme, but that's what I want. Show me that sports writer that's going to find something that's going to squeeze the blood out of the stone. So maybe am I saying we're going to attempt miracles? Not quite, but be honest reviews, even in the off season, not make up. I'm not going to disagree with Parker because that would be good content ever. And I think that precept should guide us just fine.
I think there's room for a show like that, though, because you're right, and everybody can see through when people are trying to get clicks or just saying stuff to be controversial. I mean, do you agree with that, Parker? Like, I think people want to see a good discussion.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And Gray, I appreciate that because I really don't like conflict. So if we're disagreeing with us, that's awesome. But yeah, it can just get tiresome sometimes. Like you turn on ESPN right now and then it's like, oh God, why are we still talking about Giannis not wanting to be in Milwaukee? He wants to be in Milwaukee. Can we actually talk about what's going on?
Yeah, right. What do you guys?
That is my litmus test. If I ever feel like arguing with Parker, I'll know I'm in the wrong just before we start. It's like he doesn't deserve.
Wow, that's a big admission up front before episode number 1. What are you hoping this show does not become? Like you've got all these ESPN shows and these Fox Sports shows. Is there one that just you don't want any part of, or one you want to emulate?
Do you guys have an immediate answer? Because I do have answers, but it's tough to paint a target out there. And even those ones who I would say I would emulate come with their catches. Like Pat McAfee comes to mind, but I know when people hear that name, there's like 3 things that they're like, I don't know. And I know, me too. But that's what I want to be about this whole time. Whatever I'm doing, I want to appreciate the nuance. I don't want to pretend I'm 100% for or against something, because that's just not how we work. And I know I'm not in a political show. We're talking sports, but politics are intertwined with life. And I feel like we need to sort of be more honest about whatever we're doing. And I'm like, yeah, I'm an honest, ignorant fan trying to learn about football. I can see the middle linebacker running the pole, but I'm still not sure it's cover 3. And I'll admit that to you. And hopefully you can learn with me.
That's great. We have about 30 seconds, and then we'll do a quick break, and I would love to have you guys back on for a few more minutes. But if you can address quickly the political thing. Sometimes sports and politics do intersect. How are you going to deal with that?
Carefully.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that stuff because I like to know about politics, and I obviously really like sports. So I'm a kind of a fan of when that happens, but we'll be careful.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. You got time. Yep. All right, Greg Gunderson is here, Parker Olson, 2 contributors to the new Civic Media Sports Show. Make the Call. Conrad Krieger is also part of it. We're coming back to talk a little more to these guys in a couple of minutes. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
As Wisconsin as a fish fry on a Friday night, this is the Civic Media Radio Network.
With locations in Appleton and Oshkosh, Insight Eye Care has been serving the Fox Valley since 1972, offering comprehensive eye care services. Their doctors also share a special interest in treating chronic dry eye disease, providing specialty contact lenses, and expert pediatric eye care. Find Insight Eye Care on North Sawyer Street in Oshkosh and Chain Drive in Appleton. Improving lives by improving sight with quality eye care for everyone in your family. Insight Eye Care. Visit wiinsight.com to schedule your eye exam today.
Tired of that Golf Channel day and night? Maybe it's time to get out there. Coldwater Canyon Golf Course at Chula Vista Resort in Wisconsin Dells. A traditional front 9 and a link-style back 9. Perfect for a family outing or a stay-and-play package. And Chula has new thrills like the futuristic Rainbow Rapids Water Park Edition and dual zipline racing. Plus Wisconsin's #1 rated steakhouse. All on site. Check it all out at chulavistaresort.com.
Today's job market is full of demand for skilled trade workers. Electricians, welders, mechanics, these and other trades are the backbone of every community. They're also a huge part in making sure the Army National Guard is always fulfilling its mission of service to our country and communities. Soldiers train to keep the power flowing, engines running, and supplies moving. The skilled trades these soldiers perform are the same ones needed in today's civilian workforce. Army National Guard soldiers are on the fast track to learning skills that can set them up for success at home with companies looking to hire the best. With options from plumber to helicopter mechanic and everything in between, soldiers are able to select the trades that best fit their lives. Their resumes are being built through their paid training and part-time service. Find out how you too can learn a trade profession and serve your community and country by visiting NationalGuard.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Teachers are diverse, skilled leaders, innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Teaching shapes lives. Are you ready? Explore teaching at teach.org, supported by the U.S. Department of Education and 1 million teachers of color.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website. Civic
Download the
Media.
Civic.
You got a new favorite song, don't you, dude? I love it. Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite, welcome, folks. Great to have you with me on this Friday night. We are talking about a really cool new sports show here at Civic Media called Make the Call. The kid Conrad Krieger is involved, and two of the other gentlemen who are also hosts on the show are with us right now, too, Greg Gunderson and Parker Olson. So it's interesting, you guys. We kind of ended that quickly on politics, but I know that some people don't like that. They say, keep your politics to yourself, like when it's the rock stars or sports figures or whatever. But why would they? You know what I mean? And you don't have to do a deep dive into it, but it's okay for them to express themselves, I would think.
Yeah, my perspective on like athletes getting into politics is you've got a platform, use it. Like that's kind of the whole thing about democracy is if your voice should be heard, right?
Yeah.
But too, on the other side of that is fans, maybe you don't want to know what Jordan Love thinks about politics. Fine. Okay. Just don't listen then.
Right.
That's all I'm worried about. It's like, you know what?
Consuming that is a
I can do
choice.
what I want.
Yeah.
You don't have to engage with that, you know? And I mean, I've definitely been tempted in moments to share political thoughts on my moments in radio. And I've had some colleagues and some mentors share with me their experiences with the same. And I've kind of diverged from that, but I definitely tend to in general. So why would I expect other people to keep it to themselves? You know, I know if I've got 1 million people and I know that they'll listen. Okay, first of all, I worry about what I would be like if that were the case. I think that kind of would be entirely intoxicating. I don't think humans are built for it, and I think I'm a human. But I think I would still, even knowing that, try to affect some sort of change. You know, I think I'd sleep better knowing that I tweeted in support of some cause, you know, and that's ridiculous, but that's the 21st century. If that's
right,
what else are you doing? You know, that's, you know, I think of stories of Bill Murray wandering in, eating people's French fries and saying, no one will ever believe you. It's like, what are you doing with your fame? Do something with it at least.
Does your title indicate in any way that the show is interactive? It's called Make the Call. Will you encourage people to call, or is it pre-recorded, or is it live?
We'll get to live at some point. You're gonna have to manage to get all four of us, including Jimmy, to actually wake up at like 6 a.m. on a Saturday if we're gonna do live. So that might be kind of tough.
But again,
right
though,
now
the show's designed to operate without him, though. It's
exactly.
It could theoretically work.
He's a pretty busy guy. It's probably good that you have those plans too. So
no, I'm with Parker though. It's Jimmy's show for now. Like it's like planning the skydive. You know, you say through the whole process, we're gonna jump out of this plane. Cool, I agree with you. But then when you try to push me out of it, no, we need the plane.
What are your favorite sports to cover? All three of you guys. Let's start with Con.
I would say basketball for sure. That's been my favorite sport since I was a youngin'.
Nice.
But football then next, and then baseball.
Okay. What about you, Parker?
I mean, football's always been my number one. Baseball, probably my two. I've got, I played tennis for pretty much my whole life, basically, at this point. So tennis is something that I would like to get into covering more. So,
nice.
What do you got, Gray?
Football. And I'm a bad golfer. That's what I play. But as far as why I'm here, football.
So what do you do? I feel like if I was ever on a sports show or hosting, I would fight tooth and nail to gravitate away from, I don't know, it would be tough to cover sports I don't like, but you kind of have to do that, don't you? I mean, you got to interest everybody, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And something that our show is trying to focus on too is it's not necessarily just Wisconsin sports. Obviously, we're talking about Badgers, Packers, Brewers, but we also want to get into like the nitty gritty of Wisconsin sports. We've got a segment about high school sports. We've got a segment about called Campus Connection that focuses on some of those smaller colleges in the state of Wisconsin, particularly the YX schools, the UW system schools. We'll be talking a bunch about them. So I think that could be kind of our niche. And I know Conrad and Gray, you might not know a ton about those Division III schools quite as much. So maybe that's how you start learning about stuff, right?
There you go.
These guys have a lot to teach me. We each bring something different to the table, and I'm not going to teach them anything about football, but they're still listening to me patiently, and we'll see how long that lasts.
I have plenty to learn from you about football.
Greg Gunderson, Parker Olson, and Conrad Krieger are here talking about the new civic media show, Make the Call, a sports roundtable show that will air on Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. It's going to be great. Do you guys have predictions? Speaking of the biggies, do you have a prediction for tomorrow night, Cubs Brewers? Oh, man. Are you guys that stressed out?
Yes. The answer is yes.
Oh, man.
I entered our chat room this morning and they said, Gray, are you also reeling? And I got to tell them, I was like, I'm insulated from this. I don't like baseball quite enough to be hurt by this yet. So like, I was almost enjoying that I don't know enough to be hurt quite yet.
Wow. Thank you for your honesty. What about you, Parker?
I think Conrad and I are kind of in the same boat that we're hopeful, but we might need to cross our fingers and our toes to be happy on Saturday night.
It just seems like we lost all momentum and there's nothing going right our way.
You know what? It's such a weird series, and I'm a Cubs fan because I grew up the first part of my life in Chicago, and like I didn't think the Cubs would go down 0-2, and I didn't think the Brewers would get shut out last night. Like, it's such a weird series. You don't know. I thought the Brewers were going to come out last night and grab the bull by the horns and not want a game 5. And they looked lifeless or they couldn't score a run. So it's like, who knows what to expect tomorrow? It should be interesting.
Yeah, the Brewers are they're very streaky, as the season has shown us with how many wins they happen to get. And losses were certainly the same way. And unfortunately for the Brewers, they looked a lot like the September version of themselves when they went 500 in the month.
Yep.
So.
Guys, this was fun. Best of luck with Make the Call. It sounds great. I can't wait to listen. Thank you for taking time out tonight to be with me, and have a great night. Conrad, don't you go anywhere, though. You're not. You got to stick around for a little while. Good luck, guys. Break a leg. All right, we'll talk soon.
Thanks, Pete, for having us.
You got it. All right, we're coming back with Jay Henley, a really cool event happening tomorrow night in Madison, and we'll tell you all about that. And it's a bar band Friday night, Terry Bar, coming up at 7:30. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
If it happens in Wisconsin,
local news and timeless hits. WGBW, Denmark, Green Bay.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. An explosion at a military-grade explosives manufacturing plant about 50 miles west of Nashville has left 19 people missing. The building's destroyed. Humphreys County Sheriff Chris Davis.
It's probably been one of the most devastating situations that I've been on in my career.
The cause is under investigation. President Trump today announcing a deal between the U.S. and U.K. pharmaceutical giant AstraZeneca to offer Americans major discounts on prescription drugs. AstraZeneca has also agreed to build a manufacturing facility in the United States. On this 10th day of the government shutdown, Office of Management and Budget Director Russ Vought saying thousands of federal employees will be fired across multiple agencies. Meanwhile, no end in sight to the shutdown. The U.S. deploying about 200 troops to help with the post-war transition in Gaza and monitor the ceasefire. Aid deliveries have resumed in Gaza. This is ABC News. President Trump got his semi-annual physical at Walter Reed today. New Jersey's governor has declared a state of emergency ahead of this weekend's nor'easter. The storm expected to bring heavy rain, strong winds, and possible flooding It'll hit the Carolinas, then move north. A federal judge has tossed Drake's defamation lawsuit targeting his label Universal Music Group over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us.
Lamar, who is also represented by UMG, is not a defendant, but Drake asked the court to take a look at these lyrics.
Say, Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to Cell Block 1.
The judge categorizing the lyrics as dealing the metaphorical killing blow, but adding the broader context of a heated rap battle with incendiary language and offensive accusations hurled by both participants would not incline the reasonable listener to believe Not Like Us in parts verifiable facts.
ABC's Morgan Norwood. A critically endangered eastern black rhino has made its public debut at the Cleveland Metro Parks Zoo. Dave Packer, ABC News.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Is getting vaccinated on your to-do list? We can help you check that off.
You've got this.
Yes, you do. See how we've got you at yougotthis.usaging.org. A message from the Aging and Disability Vaccination Collaborative, powered by US Aging.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app.
The Crew lose again to the Cubs. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports, baseball, the NLDS. There will be a Game 5 tomorrow night in Milwaukee. The Brewers shut out by the Cubs, 6-0 at Wrigley Field. Freddie Peralta surrendered a 3-run home run in the bottom of the first to Chicago's Ian Happ. Pat Murphy.
The first inning is always the toughest for a pitcher, especially in environments like this and big games. The first inning can always be the struggle, and hadn't shown him the heater yet and got too much in the middle of the plate.
First pitch at 7:08 tomorrow night at AmFam Field. College football, the Badgers host the Hawkeyes tomorrow night in Madison. Kickoff 6 p.m. Wisconsin lost 42-10 last year at Iowa.
The focus is obviously what happened last year and what it is that we need to do to change all that happened last year. It'll be a physical, tough, hard-nosed game. Nothing different than what you would expect from an Iowa-Wisconsin football game. We got to make sure that Saturday night we're ready to roll.
That's Badgers head coach Luke Fickell. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly clear tonight, a low in the low 40s. Sunshine and beautiful for your Saturday, high in the mid-60s. Clouds move in Sunday, chance for showers late, and the wind picks up. Highs in the upper 60s, a few spots near 70. It's 60 right now.
Dr. Kristen Lyerly.
From a one-room schoolhouse to the State House, Senator Kelder Roys joins me to discuss maple syrup and her bid to become Wisconsin's next governor.
The Dr. Kristen Lyerly Show, Saturdays and Sundays at noon.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Every 15 seconds, someone is diagnosed with cancer. If it's happened to you or someone you love, the American Cancer Society can help at every step of the journey. Visit cancer.org today.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media.
Broadcasting live statewide from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba. your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who's had a paper route for 25 years but never collected, Pete Schwaba.
Papers were on me, baby. Welcome back to Nite Lite, folks. I hope you enjoyed your intermission. It is time for Act 2 as we barrel through this outstanding, beautiful Friday night in the state of Wisconsin. I hope you're having a wonderful night wherever you are in our beautiful state and enjoying the weather. And like we talked about in the first hour, there's so much to do this weekend. Think of us as your guide of what's going on around the state. You've got so many sporting events. You've got great movies opening in the theaters, great live shows. It's also going to be beautiful for you outdoorsy people. I am a self-professed couch potato and an inside guy, but I respect the outdoor people. Get out there and enjoy that beautiful day tomorrow and Sunday. And it's supposed to be in the 60s, Con.
That sounds like golfing weather.
Have you prepared a 5-day forecast?
It looks pretty nice right now.
Well done, sir. Okay. Well, if you missed the first hour, we had a great talk with Greg Gunderson, Parker Olson, and Conrad Krieger about the new show, Make the Call, a new sports show here on Civic Media that you can hear on Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. Yep. That's repeating a.m. Jimmy Kuska is also involved. Jimmy's kind of the boss, right?
Yeah, he's the boss of the show, the host.
Even if it's not by title.
It's not by title.
You don't want to mess with Jimmy Kuska.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. So check that out, folks. And our question of the night, it is National Angel Food Cake Day and Cake Decorator Day. So our question of the night is, what is your favorite kind of cake? Please include frosting as well. I said devil's food cake with cream cheese frosting and red and green like Christmas sugar sprinkles on top. Dynamite cake my mom used to make. Conrad said ice cream cake, which is also an outstanding choice. So let us know what your favorite is. 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. You can also text us on the app, or if you're watching the radio on the stream, drop us a stream comment. We will get to your text in just a bit. But right now, this is kind of cool. I heard about this really great event happening in Madison tomorrow night. And I think I'm going to let my guests explain it, because it's about they're making a TV show, a biography TV show, and it's tomorrow night's gathering is sponsored by Vintage, the Vintage Store in Madison. It's on the south side of Madison, and we have with us now from the Vintage Store, Jay Henley, and the executive producer of From the Front Row, Peter Allen. So these guys are collaborating on this really cool thing, and there's going to be a great event tomorrow night. So, guys, welcome. It's great to have you.
Happy to be here. Hello.
And congratulations. No one has ever made me stutter over what is happening or this event, so I really do have to let you guys explain it, because it's not something I see too often. You're going to film something at the Overture Center. Jay, you own a Vintage Store. You're sponsoring it? Is that how this is working?
Yes. Yeah, the Vintage Store is the Bounty here in Madison on South Park Street. And I am a host for Artistic Endeavors. And Peter and I chatted a few months ago, and I knew what Peter was up to. I'm like, let's do a screening at the Bounty. I think it would be a kind of a fun venue for you to do your thing.
So this is an episode premiere. So we are currently working on a television series. It's an independently produced public television music series that will be nationally syndicated coming in the following year. We got picked up by a national distributor, NITA, one of the big three. Thank you. Yeah. Or one of the big three of public television who do the national syndication of it. And this is episode that we recorded at the Overture Center with Greg Zellick playing that huge, 176-ton organ.
Yeah.
And also with a duet with Mark Hetzler, the trombone professor. And it's kind of, it's a 30-minute television music program where we go to a different venue each episode and film a recording of performance, but then also interview the purveyors of the space or the curators of the space and talk about kind of dive into the community behind the location. The line I use all the time is music is a lot like water. It takes the shape of the place it's in. So the whole point of this, it's kind of a travel show mixed with a music show. You go to a venue, you record a session there, and then you talk with the people who put the venue together or are curating the space. In this case, it's the Symphony Hall with the big, beautiful organ. We talk with the symphony director and with Mark as well, the curator of the organ series. And this event that we're doing here at the Bounty tomorrow at 4 p.m. is the premiere of the episode that we worked very hard on. We recorded last year, spent many hours in an editing booth, making it just a perfect 26 minutes and 46 seconds, as is PBS is wanting us to deliver.
Sure.
And yeah, it's a big thing. It's a nationally syndicated program celebrating the joys and beauties of what artists in this community is making. And we'll be sharing, we've done episode at the Burr Oak. We also, the Party Barn, I think we're on air here. We can't say the actual name of the venue out in Spring Green. The Shifty Barn, maybe it's also known as.
The Shaggy
Barn.
Yeah, that's the joke of that episode is we can't say the name of the venue the whole episode.
Even during the episode?
Yeah, well, it's good. It's beyond PBS. You can't.
Oh, wow.
There's the FCC regulations are a real thing. So
yeah, don't mess with them.
And we have an episode we filmed at the Cardinal Bar as well with the Latin Jazz Night they do there. So this will be a celebration of us getting to show the world this episode. And if listeners are interested, they can come on down to the Bounty, South Park Street.
1041 South Park Street.
It'd be 4 p.m. tomorrow. The seating is limited, but we can squeeze you in. And you're more than welcome. It's a really wonderful space that Jay has curated here too. It's such a, every time I walk in the door, there's someone doing chalk drawings, floor to ceiling chalk drawings in the back, or just all these beautiful little bits and bobs. It's like walking into an art museum, in my opinion.
I was looking at the store online, and I love it's so unique. I mean, I've been in tons of vintage clothing stores, but I don't think any of them have had a resident artist. I just think that's such a great idea. Tell us about your store a little more, Jay.
Yeah. So, I often am challenged with the 2-minute elevator speech to say what the Bounty is about. And I think it really kind of boils down to, I collect stories, and in stories, people are attached, objects are attached, things are attached. So I take great pride in telling stories. So part of the name of the business is the Bounty Environmental Narratives, kind of a heady word of just basically saying I tell a story in a space.
Yeah.
And with that comes, supporting the creative community around me. So, when I opened the shop 2 years ago, I wanted to interact with creatives in Madison, provide a platform for them to do their thing, like be creative, design, have a space that they could come and showcase their work. And what that turned into was me realizing that, I can sell things to keep the lights on, but really what I am after is the community and, connecting these artists with the local community and connecting the community with these artists. So I kind of, refer to the Bounty as a community center here on South Park Street. So
very much a third space, for my opinion. It's exactly kind of goes tied in with our mission as our show. This idea of these places where people come together and share art or just each other's presence. It's a really cool. It it's a match made in heaven, in my opinion. So
I think that's what attracted me to this whole thing was like the collaboration between the two of you. I had at first I was having trouble wrapping my head around it, and I kept asking Jay, all right, now what's happening? He's coming in, but it's not at the Overture Center. It's at your store. I think it's fantastic. Jay Henley is here. He is the owner of the vintage store, The Bounty in Madison on South Park Street, and he is sitting right next to the executive producer of From the Front Row, Peter Allen. Peter, where did you get the idea for this show? Did you shoot a pilot on spec and pitch it to PBS? How did this happen?
We were. It was kind of my long-term dream. I have a show on WRT. You know, I've been in my day job is I'm a back-end engineer for public television. So I've been surrounded by, I've been doing in studios my whole life, you know, getting bands in the studio and miking them up. And I was kind of dreaming about how to do it in a visual way. But I've never really, I literally was at a party barn show and just kind of sitting there thinking, looking around what a wonderful venue and what a wonderful experience. And like, I don't think anyone's really capturing this in this way.
Yeah.
Like, no one's formatting a show like it. And then kind of the stars aligned, and our partner in crime with this, our executive director, Claire Canapel, who she's the executive director. I'm the executive producer. She was approached by Buzz Kemper, who owns Audio for the Arts, which is a prominent recording studio in town. And they had just bought a bunch of 4K cameras. And I had literally, the night before he came to her, described to Claire my dream of starting like an Austin City Limits style like television show.
Yeah.
And she had never
that's great.
And I was raised on Austin City Limits. Like my dad would record Austin City Limits and then watch it the morning before cartoons. I remember waking up as a kid, just, all right, Dad, finish up watching this Austin City Limits thing so I can get to the cartoons. So I've been thinking about it and dreaming about it my whole life. And then literally, she had never heard of it before, came to her, told her that dream. The next day, Buzz Kemper came to her and was like, you're really good at organizing things. I have this idea. I want to start this like Austin City Limits style, you know, web series. And she was like, wait, literally 2 guys in the span of 2 days came to be telling me they had this dream of starting an Austin City Limits show. What is this Austin City? Okay, let's all talk. Let's make this happen.
Right.
That's kind of how the triumvirate happened. So
serendipitous. Yeah. Guys, I hope tomorrow night is a big smash. Check it out. It's at the Bounty in Madison. It is the newest episode of, it's called Classical Masterworks at the Overture Center. That's the name of the episode, and that's the first episode, a little premiere there at the Bounty. Sounds like a really cool event. So check it out, and Google the Bounty, too. And you guys will have to come back when these episodes start airing. Come on back, Peter and Jay, and we'll keep talking about this. I think it's just great. Thank you so much for your time tonight, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us. And a red velvet cake would be my my choice.
Yes, Peter, you too, please.
Carrot cake.
Oh,
I'm a carrot.
With cream cheese frosting?
Oh yeah, of course.
Fantastic. Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
Thanks, Pete.
I actually meant to ask him that, so I'm glad he said that. That's great. All right, we are coming right back to read your texts, and I don't know, maybe a little tomfoolery. We'll see how it goes. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Glitter in the sky, glitter in our eyes, shining just the way we are. I feel like we're forever every time we get together, but whatever, let's get lost on Mars. You want me, I want you, baby, my sugar boo. I'm levitating, the Milky Way, we're renegading, yeah, 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 yeah. I got you, moonlight, you're my starlight, I need you.
From Hobart to Bay Settlement, 97.9 WGBW.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special.
It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Keeping you connected to your local community with real news and great conversation. Here's Terry Barr with the Civic Media Radio Network.
The fall agriculture tourism season is underway. And from apple orchards to pumpkin patches, it's a great time to travel across the state. But have you ever thought about camping on a farm? There is a push to make a new law allowing farmers to host up to 3 paying campers without a license. Supporters say it's needed to help diversify their incomes.
To allow people to put a tent up in a pasture and experience stargazing, stay overnight in the pasture, and have rustic camping when they're overnight for farm stays, pick up the eggs in the morning, have a farm breakfast.
That's Sheila Everhart with the Wisconsin Agricultural Tourism Association. You can learn more, including where to go this fall, at the website wiagtourism.com. Until next time, I'm Terry Barr.
The Elder Care Locator is here to help you live your best life as you age at home. Our call center advisors are ready to connect you with trustworthy local experts. Help is just a phone call away at 1-800-
Welcome back. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba. We are broadcasting live from beautiful downtown Green Bay, statewide. So wherever you're listening, it's great to have you. It's Friday night here at Nite Lite, a Friday night edition. Conrad, can you see the little Nite Lite I have on back there? Right here, over the chair. It's like a little lamp.
Oh,
You see that?
yeah.
That's the Nite Lite.
That
We
is?
should point that out periodically.
You should sit back there and do the show from there.
Should I? Like the pipe? Maybe we put a little portable fireplace in?
Yeah.
We're going to need it soon.
You have
Winter,
you cross-legged.
winter
when
she's
you're
a coming.
sitting.
Satin smoking jacket. We'll see what happens. Hey, it is a Bar Band Friday night, folks. Terry Barr is coming up at 7:35. Can't wait to talk to Terry. Did you listen to the tunes?
I did not fully, but there's some pretty interesting music. I like it.
She's got a great song that is totally timely with the
Yes.
baseball series tomorrow night. So that'll be fun. The baseball series, the Cubs Brewers game,
Just general baseball series.
that's what I like. I like sports games. So Terry will be along shortly. Let's get to some of the texts. We're a little behind here tonight, but the question of the night is, what is your favorite cake? And please include frosting. Is this oh wow, I gotta go back here. Okay. So Eric from the 608 says chocolate marble. Ooh, I like marble cake. That's a great one. He says chocolate marble with a side of vanilla ice cream.
Nice.
Love it. Great one, Eric. Anna from Madison says, hi, Pete and Conrad. My favorite cake is carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. I just want to say, if people have not tried cream cheese frosting on cake, you are not living your best life. I cannot say that more clearly. And carrot cake, I don't even necessarily like carrot cake that much, but it's my dad's favorite cake. So whenever there's cream cheese frosting on it, I'll eat. I just love cream cheese frosting that much. You could put it on a piece of cardboard, and I would down it. I would attack it.
I don't know.
I'm exaggerating for effect. Dan from Wausau, he's in the 715, says pineapple upside down cake. Have you ever had that?
No.
It's interesting. I don't know how it was ever created, because it's like you smash the pineapple into the cake and it gets cooked in and singed, and it's good. I wouldn't say it looks the best, but is very tasty. Thank you, Dan. Melissa from Willie Street in Madison, that's the 608, says red velvet. Conrad, ask your question to Melissa.
Yes,
she might be
Melissa,
able to answer that.
you could answer this. Is red velvet cake just chocolate cake with red dye in it? That was my question.
What other flavor would it be? I mean,
It's chocolate.
Have you heard that it's chocolate?
I know, that's what I think. Like, could it be cherry? I don't
You
know.
go to the Google. It's velvet.
but
It's velvet flavor.
The Google's not as cool as getting an answer from the listener.
Ask the Chat GPT, or as my wife calls it, Chat GBT. Tyler from Wisconsin Rapids says Mansfield Park cake in the rain. I think he means MacArthur Park. MacArthur Park cake in the rain, but we will never have that recipe again with chocolate frosting. Well done, Tyler. That's a great song. Great 70s tune. Bridget from the 818 says lemon cake with lemon frosting. Light and delicious. Favorite since I was a kid. Thank you, Bridget in the 818. Tony the trucker says, Pete, carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. A glass of ice cold or maybe a cup of piping hot coffee. I think he meant milk. Ice cold milk. With a piece of cake? That's like the all-American dessert. Right?
Yeah.
I'm with you, though, on the coffee, Tony. Thank you, buddy. Great text. John from Madison says, good evening, Peter and Conrad. Fun show as usual. You guys are cool. Well, thanks, John. You're one of our coolest texters. Yeah. You guys are so damn interesting. Such accomplishments and contribute. All right. No, I think he's just like, I think he's being a little sarcastic.
No, I think, yeah, we appreciate it, John.
He says, awesome. Impossible not to like Peter's demeanor. Wow. It's tight, and you are a real pro. Kudos. Really love your stuff every night. Thanks, guys. I don't use the word hero very often, Conrad, but John is mine.
Okay. I thought you were going to say it yourself.
No. Well, it should be me after that glowing text. And then John continues with another text. This is a little mini series. John is going here. He says, and Conrad, stay confident and put yourself out there. You're so chill and cool. It's a great attribute. Go for it, bro. Own it. You got this, man. Love your show. Wow.
Thanks, John.
John, you got to tune in to make the call.
Yeah.
Get another dose of Conrad.
Definitely.
Conrad in a different genre, if you will. Thank you, buddy. Great to hear from you, John. And thanks for the nice words. Steady Eddie in the 608 says, Pete and Conrad, devil's food cake with chocolate frosting. And don't forget a scoop or two of vanilla ice cream and a good cup of coffee. Wow. Steady Eddie's bringing it tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, I would go for the cream cheese frosting, but chocolate and chocolate, you can't beat that either. That's a great combo. He says, Brewers should play tomorrow without worry or fear. Just go out there and play. Enjoy the moment. Fans should take the same approach. Root without worry or fear. Have fun. It's just a baseball game. Go Brewers. Steady Eddie. Great stuff, Steady Eddie. Thank you. And we will, no matter who you're cheering for, we will take your words to heart. It's funny he says that. There was a comedian named Jimmy Higgins from Chicago, phenomenal comedian. And he used to do a joke about he couldn't get a hotel room in Cincinnati. They had to put the comics over in Covington in Kentucky. And he said, what the hell's going on in Cincinnati? Why are all the hotel rooms booked? He goes, what, are you an idiot? It's the Reds playoff game. He goes, oh no, he said, and Pete Rose is back. And Jimmy says, I wouldn't walk across the street to see Pete Rose. And the guy says, oh yeah, where are you from? And he goes, Chicago. He goes, what do you know about baseball up there in Chicago? And Jimmy said, we know it's not important. Which is exactly what that guy needed to hear. And I agree with Jimmy, but you can't explain that to a passionate sports fan. Like, no. I know in the greater scale it's not important, but when your teams are playing, that doesn't matter. You just go crazy. It's part of the fun. Dave on the stream says, yellow cake with chocolate frosting. Very nice, Dave. Mixing it up a little bit. Amanda Nimmer, our WGBW pal, says, cheesecake, no frosting. Although there's a bakery by me that makes a cheesecake cake. A cake with the middle layer is cheesecake. Oh, that sounds good. And we have one more text from Craig, who is talking about the Sawdust City Film Festival. That takes place tomorrow in Oshkosh at the Time Community Theater. I will read more details of the text later in the show because there's some cool stuff playing with some friends of ours. But when we come back, it's a Bar Band Friday night, folks. Terry Barr is right around the corner. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
A touch of Georgia slide, a song of pure revival, and a style that's sanctified.
97.9 WGBW and WGBW.FM.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. An explosion at a military-grade explosives manufacturing plant about 50 miles west of Nashville has left 19 people missing. The building's destroyed. Humphreys County Sheriff Chris Davis.
It's probably been one of the most devastating situations that I've been on in my career.
The cause is under investigation. President Trump today announcing a deal between the U.S. and U.K. pharmaceutical giant AstraZeneca to offer Americans major discounts on prescription drugs. AstraZeneca has also agreed to build a manufacturing facility in the United States. On this 10th day of the government shutdown, Office of Management and Budget Director Russ Vought saying thousands of federal employees will be fired across multiple agencies. Meanwhile, no end in sight to the shutdown. The U.S. deploying about 200 troops to help with the post-war transition in Gaza and monitor the ceasefire. Aid deliveries have resumed in Gaza. This is ABC News.
The Crew lose again to the Cubs. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports, baseball, the NLDS. There will be a Game 5 tomorrow night in Milwaukee. The Brewers shut out by the Cubs, 6-0 at Wrigley Field. Freddie Peralta surrendered a 3-run home run in the bottom of the first to Chicago's Ian Happ. Pat Murphy.
The first inning is always the toughest for a pitcher, especially in environments like this and big games. First inning can always be the struggle, and hadn't shown him the heater yet and got too much in the middle of the plate.
First pitch at 7:08 tomorrow night at AmFam Field. College football, the Badgers host the Hawkeyes tomorrow night in Madison. Kickoff 6 p.m. Wisconsin lost 42-10 last year at Iowa.
The focus is obviously what happened last year and what it is that we need to do to change all that happened last year. It'll be a physical, tough, hard-nosed game. Nothing different than what you would expect from an Iowa-Wisconsin football game. We got to make sure that Saturday night we're ready to roll.
That's Badgers head coach Luke Fickell with sports. I'm Mike Clemens.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. It's called show business for a reason, and oftentimes the business part is what drives creative or really talented people away. Such is the case with actor Chauncey Leopardi, best known for his role as Squints in The Sandlot. The actor recently sat down with People.com and said that as an actor, it was the constant auditions and the grind that made him step back from the biz. These days, Leopardi is busy raising his 5 children and running a cannabis business, saying it was a pretty smooth transition as he always had a life outside Hollywood. He also added that he really enjoyed his life as an actor. His credits also include Freaks and Geeks and Father of the Bride. Here's another really cool thing that came out of the interview. Squints says he still keeps in touch with Smalls, Benny the Jet, and Ham. He says they have multiple group chats and not only text quite often, but actually see each other at sports signings and events. Great story. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nite Lite with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly clear tonight, a low in the low 40s. Sunshine and beautiful for your Saturday, high in the mid-60s. Clouds move in Sunday, chance for showers late, and the wind picks up. Highs in the upper 60s, a few spots near 70. It's 55 right now.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app.
Being blind doesn't look how others may think. Retinitis pigmentosa aimed to overwhelm my family.
It tried to cut me down. I know where to find support.
Learn more at fightingblindness.org. A public service message from the Foundation Fighting Blindness.
Jane Matnair and Greg Bach.
Coming up on the show, what is the
Time to check out original music with Bar Band Friday on Nite Lite. Now, your host, Pete Schwaba, and special guest, Terry Barr.
Welcome back to Nite Lite, folks. All right, all of you have started your weekend. Conrad and I have not, and neither has my next guest, but it is right around the corner after we talk about some great tunes, a little baseball, and who better to do that with than with our usual Friday night pal, the wonderfully talented Terry Barr. Hello, my friend.
Hi, you sound so chipper tonight. I love it.
Well, you know what? I fake it till I make it. That's what I do, Terry. I'm a mess on the inside, but this is how I cover the pain.
I've been saying that for years.
No, it's great to have you here. I have to ask you, before we jump into music, do you have a favorite kind of cake?
Ooh. I used to eat, those Jello poke cakes, they call it?
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
yellow cake, and then you pour Jello over it, and then you just
Yeah.
put as much whipped cream on the top as you can.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
that used to be fun, but Pete, I've weirdly become not a sweet eater anymore.
Oh, what is your secret?
I will eat a piece of cheesecake if it's
Okay.
available. Otherwise, I really don't eat sweets. Is that weird?
Available, meaning like if somebody gives it to you for free or it's
Well,
always
my
available. I mean,
sister-in-law is a great baker, and I know she's severely disappointed when we show up and then we're like, "Yeah, no, thanks." But of course, her cheesecake is amazing.
they go to all that trouble. If I could give up sweets and
Yeah.
chips, I'd be
Oh,
the happiest guy in the world.
well, that's the other side, the salt. Oh, boy, do I
Yeah.
love the salt. Yes.
And
Mm.
those people that can do moderate, my mom is like that. Just have one cookie. Okay, yeah,
Ooh,
that's gonna
nah.
happen. No, or one chip. No, or 7
No,
chips a serving.
especially
No
chips,
way.
no.
Can't do that.
I
So,
appreciate your mom, though. Wow.
I wish I was more like that. Honestly, I would love to be a moderation guy, but I'm either binge or purge, and I
Ooh,
don't
so
mean
what's
that
your
like.
cake? What is it?
It's devil. Well, I don't know if it's devil. It's just chocolate or devil's food cake with a cream cheese frosting. It's
Oh,
really good.
yeah.
I think that would get you back on sweets, Terry, if you tried that.
Yeah. Oh, boy, that just sounds really good right now.
It's very good. And Conrad says
Oh,
ice cream
no.
cake, which is also good.
Great. Next Friday, I talk to you, I'll be like, "Ooh, I've had so
Big
much
piece
cake
of
this
cake.
week."
I'm going to finish with there's a text here from your pal Craig Knitt, Terry, who
Oh,
is part of
Craig.
the. He's lots of fun, creepy movies tomorrow. Last Witch of Wisconsin, Dear Mageddon, and his newest horror comedy, Daniel Needs to Leave, which I saw, and it is very funny. Craig did a great job in the short film with our friend Daniel Wheeler. And he says, hope to catch some of you all at the Time Theater in Oshkosh tomorrow. So Craig
Oh, that's
texted that in
wonderful.
earlier this morning.
Congratulations, Craig. Oh,
Yeah, he's a busy guy. So,
yeah.
Terry, let's jump in though to some music tonight.
Okay.
Who should we start with? You got two great artists and two kind of a different approach here. So should we start with baseball or
Let's, because I
blues
know
or-
you
okay.
have been talking about sports throughout the
Yeah.
show and the new sports
Yes.
show that is on Civic Media. Yeah, why not?
Exactly. Turned into a theme. We backed into a theme tonight somehow, and it's fantastic.
Don't you love when it happens?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, and Conrad and I have been talking about the Cubs and the Brewers. We're on opposite sides of the cheering stations there, but it's a great series.
No.
No, I know. My childhood was in Chicago. The first part.
That
of it
I
anyway.
did know that. I
Yeah.
think I tried to like put that out of my mind. So
You still like me?
yeah, I
Are we
did.
still pals? It's okay. Listen, I'm a happy guy. I have taken abuse from Wisconsin sports fans since I moved to Wisconsin at 12 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Day one,
Yes.
I had people in my face, and I still love everybody.
Oh
So
boy.
it's a
And it just
testament to
never
me.
ends.
Right, exactly. All right, so tell us about this song. This is a great song. It's
Yes.
Willie Porter and I can't remember, Dave Adler, right?
Dave Adler.
Yeah.
These are two guys that have played the world separately and together.
Yeah.
Willie is based in the Milwaukee area, and he continues to tour everywhere. And he tours as a solo, duo, and the band. And Dave Adler is a keyboard player who happens to be in Willie's band, and they're just great friends too. When you see these two
Okay.
together, it's a comedy show. They're so much fun.
Oh,
Now,
that's
Dave
great.
Adler is from Madison. He is the leader of the band Steely Dan.
Oh,
He is
yeah.
he is the
Okay.
keyboard player leader. He is also now in a Supertramp tribute band,
Oh,
and
I
then he
love that.
plays with everyone, including Willie Porter. I think any given time, Dave Adler is playing with 6 to 8 different bands.
How about that? That's a guy who just loves music. I love that. He'll play
Absolutely.
anywhere and everywhere. I
Yep.
love people like that.
Yeah, and he did the California thing like you did,
Okay.
and was able to connect with some really interesting people, work on some interesting projects. He did some music for NBC. And I think just at one point, though, he had a daughter and decided he didn't want to raise her in California. So
Okay.
coming on back to Madison, he did, and I'm
Sure.
so glad. We are so
Oh, well,
lucky
good
to
for
have him
him.
here.
That's so great. So these two guys have a song. Now, who wrote this? Did they write the song?
Yeah, they wrote it together, put all of it together. Everything you hear is the two of them. Interesting, though, they did this during the pandemic and never really did anything with it. And as the Brewers were playing through the end of the season and now through the series, I texted Dave and I said, "Remember that song you said you wrote a while ago? Why don't you get that back out there?"
Yeah.
He goes, "I forgot all about it."
Oh, no way.
So I said, "If you don't mind, I would love to share it with Pete and all the listeners."
Yeah.
I think it's a fabulous song.
All right. Well, let's hear it in honor of the Brewers and Cubs game tomorrow night. Baseball on the radio, and there's something special about baseball on the radio. It's just, it's so
Absolutely.
old school. It's just great. And here is a song about that. Compliments of our pal here at Bar Band Friday Night, Terry Barr.
Had a Chevy V8 with Naugahyde seats, a family station wagon, 1973. We were driving to the store, Bob Euchre calling the place. Just a 9-year-old kid, my dad had nothing to say, nothing. I asked him, "What do we need?" He said, "I don't know." "Well, why did we drive to Sears?" He said, "It's good to hear some baseball on the radio. And for now, your mother's not here. For now, your mother's not here." We had baseball on the radio. Baseball on the radio. It'll unwind your mind. You can let it all go with baseball on the radio. Now we're planting some shrubs. My kids are working for cash. Radio says the pitcher just brushed him back. Just a little chin music backed him out of the box. Euchre's weaving a story like he's knitting some socks, yeah. Well, the book is always better than the movie. I see the pitch in my mind as it throws. Spilled paint in the garage and it's clean up triage. 2 on, come on, Brewers, let's go. Come on, Brewers, let's go. Get up, get out of here, gone. The ball lit up and vanished like a song. Now everybody
worked a little Bob Uecker in there. That was kind of cool.
I know, the Get Up, Get Up. Oh, I love
Yeah.
that so much.
Is Willie singing there or Dave?
That is all Willie singing.
Okay,
yeah.
I thought so. All right.
He has such a fun voice, doesn't he?
He
Dave
does.
is equally fabulous, but I really like the way Willie does it as a story, and the voice just tells it so perfectly.
Yeah, I love his. I've heard him before. I really like his music. And my wife saw Dave Adler. Or she saw Steely Dan. This is kind of funny. She got talked into going to a concert in Milwaukee with her friends and her sisters, and she's like, "Yeah, my friend, we're going to see Steely Dan." I go, "Oh wow, how much were the tickets?" She goes, "Like $20." I was like, "Wait a minute, sure
that can't be real."
And then she told me it was Steely Dan, but she went and she had a blast, and she was having so much fun. She was asked to leave the dance floor, believe it or not. So there you go. That's my wife.
Oh wow! Okay, that's a great.
She had a lot of fun. Yeah.
Good. I'll tell Dave that.
Yes. Oh, he might remember. Wouldn't that be funny? Oh,
I will. He'll love it.
All right. So tell us about Paul Filipowicz. I should know.
We have talked about him, but it's been a while. I think he was an early artist that I brought to you.
Okay.
It turns out Paul has a new album coming out at the end of this month. And he just happened to stop by to visit with Rocker at home at Rocker's house. He said to Rock, "Hey, I got some new songs. Do you want them?" And Rocker said, "I do, and I know Terry will, and Pete will love these too."
Yeah.
So they've not played anywhere else. This is a brand new song. Paul Filipowicz is 76 years old.
What?
He's the lead singer, the lead guitar player, total blues guy.
Yeah.
This is his 11th album.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that
Now,
incredible?
Is he going to be on your show soon or on Max Inc?
Not till probably right before he releases the album, which isn't until the last Friday of the month.
I do remember this guy. I'm looking him up on the Google right now. Yes, I do remember he's great.
He has won every possible blues award, including the Chicago Blues Hall of Fame. He's inducted there. And then last year, he was inducted into the Wisconsin Blues Hall of Fame. But he has been recognized by blues magazines, other blues chapters around the entire country. He's also been named one of the best dressed artists.
Oh, wow. Cool. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a very short break. And when we come back, we're going to hear Paul Filipowicz. And this song is Ashes in the Wind. It's a great song. We are coming right back on Bar Band Friday night with our pal Terry Barr after this very brief break. Don't go anywhere, folks. This is the Civic Media Radio Network.
Connecting audiences, powering brands. This is Civic Media. Learn more at civicmedia.us/advertise.
During Medicare's open enrollment, it's common to receive mailers and see TV commercials that say you're missing out on some benefits. Before you respond to these ads, turn to Wisconsin Senior Medicare Patrol, here to help you prevent, detect, and report Medicare fraud. Don't be misled into enrolling in a plan that doesn't meet your health needs or cover your medications. Visit the Wisconsin Senior Medicare Patrol website at smpwi.org.
It's time to race your pets for charity. It's Amanda with another new Wisco 411. Here to tell you about the first annual Pause for a Cause Canicross and Trail Run Walk for Charity on Saturday, October 11th in Denmark, Wisconsin. Canicross is like dog sledding, but without the sled. You are connected to your furry companion as you're running the trails. But solo runners and walkers can join the trails too to help raise funds for this year's charity of choice, the Crisis Cafe, which benefits all of Brown County. Check it out. Head to WGBW.FM and click events.
It's the Eco Minute powered by Clean Wisconsin, your environmental voice since 1970. I'm Amy Barrio. Concerned residents in the town of Stella near Rhinelander packed their town hall to demand answers from the EPA and DNR about PFAS contamination. The toxic forever chemicals have been found at high levels in drinking water and waterways across the area. The DNR says that contamination came from industrial sludge spread on farm fields by 2 nearby paper companies. Wisconsin's coastal communities are getting more money to help improve and protect shorelines. In celebration of Coastal Awareness Month, the Wisconsin Department of Administration is handing out $1.3 million in Wisconsin Coastal Management Program grants to 35 communities across our state. Right now on the Defender podcast, the amazing story of one Wisconsin food that was banned, burned, disappeared from our plates, and the comeback that's being helped along by solar farms. Listen at cleanwisconsin.org or wherever you get your podcasts.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. From fighting wildfires with air support, helping civilians in flooded neighborhoods, to delivering food and supplies to those who have lost everything, the Army National Guard always responds when disaster strikes. The Army National Guard also trains to be ever vigilant against threats, foreign and domestic. They protect our skies with missile defense weaponry. They secure our information, communications, and infrastructure with cybersecurity. And they protect us against chemical, biological, and radiological hazards with the civilian support team. The Army National Guard also stands ready to deploy and provide support for conflicts or humanitarian missions abroad. Join the Army National Guard and be there to respond, protect, and support your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin...
Conrad, that's a great workout too. Just letting you know. You could probably bench like 280 if you heard that on.
Ooh. I got my certain songs.
Yeah, all right. Hey, welcome back to Nite Lite. I'm Pete Schwaba. Monday night on the show, folks, we have two more great guests. Jamie McShane will be here. Jamie is an actor on the show Task on HBO, which is winding down. There are 2 more episodes. It is an outstanding show. It's by the same creator as Mayor from Easttown with Kate Winslet. But Task is excellent. Jamie is the top bad guy on the show, and he's doing a great job. But he will be here Monday night. And then my pal Mike Toomey from the WGN Morning Show in Chicago, and a very funny comedian, will be here Monday as well. So 2 swell gents. Right now, we are getting back to our current guest. It is a Bar Band Friday night, which means Terry Barr is with us. We always love when Terry is here. Terry, Craig Knitz said, I would love to see Terry there at the Time Community Theater. So no pressure.
My gosh. I think I was just invited. Thank you.
I think you were. Yeah. So
and I have to say, Pete, you talked to Mike McGill recently.
Yes. Love talking to Mike. He was great.
We went to college together and then eventually worked together at Fox 11 in Green Bay.
Yes. Okay. Mike Desatel is the one who introduced me to him. And I knew that you knew Mike. Yeah, it's crazy. And since I've spoken with Mike, I realize we have so many friends.
I bet.
On the West Coast or even here in Northeast Wisconsin. It was really fun to talk to Mike. Really good guy.
I crack up when I see him show up as a security guard on the soap operas.
Oh, really? He was
my goodness. But the barfly role he played in Shameless,
very funny.
Impeccable.
He was great, and he was on a show called Bosch, which is one of my favorite TV shows, and he was a very smart-ass Las Vegas cop who gave it to Titus Welliver from time to time. So it was very funny. Mike's a great actor, and it was really great having him on the show. Well, Let's get to this. Con, how are we doing on time here? Do we have time? Okay, perfect. Let's play this song. This is Paul Filipowicz, and the song is Ashes in the Wind, compliments of Terry Barr. by, sorry, oh, there we go, Con. Ashes in the Wind by Paul Filippo. It's great stuff, Terry, as always.
Thank you.
Yeah, he is. I could see why he's in two Blues Hall of Fames. That's pretty
impressive.
At
least, yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Who do you have coming up tomorrow night on Max Inc.?
I think we have, are still maybe working on that.
Oh, okay. Surprise guest, mystery guest. That's perfect.
Sometimes that happens, right? And yeah, you just kind of go with, okay, we'll see who shows up.
Well, you got a high floor because you and Rocker are already there, so that's fantastic.
Oh, my goodness.
Check out Max Inc. On WMDX, or go to civicmedia.us and check out Max Inc. Great show from 6 to 9 tomorrow night. Terry, thank you so much as always. You're blessed.
Have a great weekend, you guys, and everyone listening and watching.
Thank you very much. My thanks to Parker Olson, Greg Gunderson, Jay Henley, Peter Allen, and Terry Barr. And thank you for all of your texts and calls. Another fun night here at Nite Lite. We'll be back Monday night. On behalf of the lovable producer Conrad, I'm Pete Schwaba, saying good night, Wisconsin.
I'm with my boys, I'm with my troops, yeah.